This cute little mulberry tree is a pain for pruning. Mostly it needs completely dressed all around the sides and even on the top. Basically it's a big bush, and the trouble with that is that getting the very top trimmed is a challenge. One, because it's high and it's in the center of the canopy, so you can't really just lean a ladder up against the tree and trim the top, and the extensions on a hedge trimmer or a pole saw just aren't going to get you up and over the top. So we had to design something new. All right, here's the base of our solution. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the bunks off. We don't need those. We're gonna take a section of angle iron. We're gonna make a frame. We need a frame to go parallel with the trailer, and then we need perpendicular metalwork to support that frame. So it's probably gonna take 6 decent sized pieces of angle iron, and it should be pretty straightforward. So I'm gonna start disassembling this sucker, get some metal cut and laid out. We'll see how it goes. All right, so you can kind of see what I'm going for here. Welded these cross members in. I'm gonna flip it over and do the bottom. That way we have all 4 sides-ish welded. And then we will put our bracket on for the rail holder, ladder holder guy. All right, had a couple, actually just 2 pieces of this 3x4 1/4-inch thick angle iron that we used to build these big doors. That's why you always save your scraps and buy more than you need, because you never know when you need to do something like this. So I've got it kind of mocked up. Actually, I got to make some adjustments. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. Basically gonna cut it in half. Half of it's gonna be bolted to the frame, and the other half is gonna be the hinging assembly. So we're about to cut this bastard down. All right, so now the ladder rail is in the cradle. We're bolted to the cross members. We got ladder stops and Henry hinges on here. We have not lifted it to see if it will pivot yet. All right, Henry, your time to shine. Oh yeah. Is it smooth?
Very smooth.
Well, hell yeah, it's smooth. We built it. Perfect. Next step, let's see if the ladder fits. All right, so she's about ready. We added a couple jacks. One, this didn't have one to begin with for some reason. And I wanted some stabilizers in the back. That is the only thing I've had to buy for this whole thing. Everything else has just been kind of laying around. We got our drawbar fabbed up. Welded a D-ring on the drawbar. Welded a couple more of these tractor pin, implement pin, whatever you want to call them, to the back. So now she's pretty much done. I've got to clean it up, get it painted, and then we'll test the lift action. Okay, first attempt. And this is where the beauty of using a boat or a jet ski trailer may be cool. Oh, I gotta give it a little. Oh. Now I know one problem is that my pull point and the winch are on a level plane, so they're gonna fight each other here for a second. I'm anticipating anyway. Oh. Okay, so I need to have a minimum bump of like here maybe. It doesn't really need to ride that low. So if we were starting in that position, Okay, I'm gonna need to make these longer. That way I can still shimmy up the backside, or change the angle of my roller. I think I've got one adjustment to bring that up. So let's try that. All right, so that helped a little bit. Now we actually don't even have contact with this roller, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. When I mentioned extending this spacing right here, that's just so I can crawl up a little easier. That's enough, but you know, I ain't as thin as I used to be. This is just axle strap, cheap Harbor Freight stuff, Harbor Freight quick links. Like I said, all junk I had lying around. I ran out of the quick links. I only had a pack of 3 in the old bin bucket. So I just got this little shackle in here for now, but I'll probably match it to where it's the same. And that's pretty much it. Now the ladder goes in, and we need a volunteer. Yeah, if this was longer, that would probably be better. All right, I'm gonna put it back down. I'm gonna paint up the raw metal, weld in my little angle stopper. And one cool thing I added, I didn't mention, I also welded in a D-ring down here. So when I'm transporting this, I can leave the ladder on, and I can take the boat strap, wrap it all the way around, and anchor back to the frame, winch it down. It'll hold the ladder on nice and tight. So now you can kind of see what we're going for here. You can't just lean a ladder onto a tree. Doesn't work that way. It needs to be supported, mostly, sort of. And so now, without any weight on the branches, I'll be able to scamper up the ladder with my hedge trimmer and Fruit Ninja at the top of this old mulberry tree. Better put my outriggers down. Crank it down. And up we go. All right, there you have it. So, old jet ski trailer, ladder, some scrap metal, and you can trim the tops of trees. Apparently, looks way better. I need a rake.